Hey, what is up, guys? Bluntguts here. This is a Watch Over Realms video. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I appreciate it. Please do like and subscribe if you do enjoy my content. So I've got a quick one here for you today. I do want to talk just about a couple aspects of Lucius's kit. With that said, I am going to be doing a full breakdown of his skills as well as his awakenings, and I'm also going to be doing a little damage test for you so we can compare him. Suffice it to say, he's going to be a badass. You're going to want him on your squad, if for no other reason than what I'm talking about here. So I know that we have all been spending a lot of time working on Semra, the second guild boss, the one that was released in this past week. It's been a lot of fun kind of diving into that for me, and I hope for you as well. Probably, since you are tuning into this video, you've been enjoying it at the same time as I have. So let's take a look at a couple of things that are in Lucius's kit that are going to make him just beautiful for Semra. All right, so first I want to talk about his talent here, because it is important. In particular, the first couple lines here: after every basic attack landed, there is a 25% chance to launch a pursuit with his crossbow, dealing 80% damage. So essentially, he's got a 25% proc rate to launch an 80% damage pursuit there. That also ties into the rest of his kit as far as his exorcism slash demonic embrace thing, this damnation thing that he does. Really cool. Again, I don't want to go too far into this. I want this to be a quick video, but I did want to get that out there just so that I can put the ultimate that we're going to look at next in context. So the ultimate loads the weapon with sanctified bolts, increasing damage by 30% for 20 seconds. Basic attacks and pursuits deal an extra 150% damage one time. And then this is the important part right here: the first 4 pursuits dispel 1 buff from the target. So that means that you're gonna have a 25% chance to proc a pursuit. When you do that during the ultimate, the first 4 of them that you do proc, they are going to dispel a buff. That is amazing. As far as I know, he is the only hero in the game, and granted, he's not even really in the game right now. I am on the test server at the moment. He's the only one in the game that is able to remove buffs from an enemy. So there are actually 2 iterations of the guild boss from what I know. Apparently, the second iteration of the guild boss 2 has a lot of buffs that get thrown out. So removing buffs is going to be really big as far as that's concerned. I don't know what form these buffs take, what they do exactly. I don't know anything about that. So if you're looking for that information, this is the wrong video for you. However, I do want to talk about the current iteration of Semra that is on global servers right now. And in particular, I want to talk about this skill right here, Aegis mode. This is the one that I have been having the most difficulty with on my own account. I get to about 70k mech parts or whatever it is, 70,000 score on the guild boss 2, and I just get walloped. I can't do enough damage to burn through the boss in this Aegis mode, and the reason being that he applies these buffs. So let's read this together. Aegis mode: Semra lifts his Titan shield and gains hardening effects based on his battle mode. In the same mode, the more times the skill is cast, the more stacks of hardening Semra will gain. Hardening increases physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction while enhancing Earthshatter's damage. So the problem I've been running into is that I can't burn through the boss quickly enough because he continues to stack this physical and magic damage resist on himself, and I'm just not able to break through those stacks. He caps out at 6 stacks of it, so he's going to be reducing all of your damage, whether it's magic or physical, by 60%. I believe that true damage is the only thing that will actually bypass those buffs that he placed on himself, and that is why you see so many teams with Praetus being kind of at the upper echelon of the world rankings on the Guild Boss 2 right now, because Praetus, as many of you may know, he deals a crazy amount of true damage. The more arbiters that he does have in his team, the more true damage he puts out, and he's able to really just burn through that shield. Now, I know there's an issue with poisons as well. They do a lot of damage, and you do need to have a dispeller, like an Eloin or a Midon, to remove all of those poisons. However, this skill right here is what's been giving me the most trouble. This has been preventing me from getting to 120k. So I wanted to do a little test here and see if Lucius's buff removal is going to work on this game mode. I didn't think it would, but let's go find out together. All right, so this is what I want you to see here. If you look at all of these different buffs that are on here, these blue shields that are underneath the boss's health bar, those are the stacks of physical and magic damage resistance that the boss has accumulated when he casts his Aegis mode skill. The one that the cast bar is going on right now, right underneath the pause sign right here. So I am going to unpause it. I'm going to use Lucius's skill right now. And just to be clear, this is on APOC 2, so I assume it works on APOC 1 as well. But I'm going to cast Lucius's ultimate, and we're going to see if he doesn't remove some or all of these buffs right here. Because if he does, good God, did this game mode just get a hell of a lot easier. So there goes the ultimate. There's one buff gone. There's two buffs gone. There's three. There is... It's got a proc it. Remember, it's a 25% chance. There's four. They're all gone. And now we are doing full damage to the boss again. This is going to be a game changer, and it is why you need to summon Lucius. There's one more thing I want to show you that is going to make him an MVP in this game mode. I'll be right back with that. All right, so the last thing I want to show you is something that is not going to be relevant for everybody, at least not right away. You are going to need to get him to A3 to gain this extra utility. However, his A3, during the ultimate, Pursuit inflicts stun and damage reduction, both of which are gigantic debuffs for the guild boss. So if you don't know right now, the top teams all have either Alistair, the former Fusion, the Arbiter, or sometimes they have both Volca. The reason being that both of them inflict damage reduction in their skill set. So it's not quite as good as the damage reduction that is on Volca and the one that is on Alistair. However, you are getting a minus 20% damage reduction, which, especially if you are pairing him with Volca, Volca doesn't have permanent uptime on it. I do believe that Alistair does for the most part. So 20% damage reduction on a boss that just murders people is amazing. It's gonna really enhance your longevity in the fight. It's gonna allow you to push higher up in your scores and hopefully push for that top chest. Beyond that, stun is really important as well. Stun is what you use to delay the cast time in his first phase before he casts that huge AoE with that gigantic chainsaw that just wrecks people. And stun, not only does it reduce the cast time on it, giving you more time to damage the boss before he casts the AoE, but it also inflicts a stacking damage reduction buff on the boss at the time, which prevents that from doing so much damage that it's just going to one-shot your team once you have gone through multiple rounds of that boss as he kind of ramps up over time. So huge, huge benefits to the Guild Boss 2. He's going to be, he's fantastic everywhere. I would encourage you, if you are interested in finding out more about this hero, please do tune into my full kit breakdown as well as the damage testing that I did do. I don't want to give too much away, but I can tell you this, he is very, very solid in as far as damage is concerned. He is a watcher, and that is unfortunate for him because there aren't a lot of other really good heroes in his faction, at least not ones that you want to bring as a group. But that may change over time. However, even accepting all of that, he is well worth your summons. And I gotta say, as much as I am looking forward to the Valderon and Ymira banner, after doing some testing, he's my most wanted. I want a Nora, but I'm going to be putting as much as I can into getting Lucius. I think he's going to be phenomenal in this game mode, and I think he's going to pay dividends going forward. Hell, if for nothing else, he's the only hero in the game that can remove buffs on enemies, which is just, you know, having that unique of a skill, at least at the time that he's released. I'm sure there will be more down the line, but as of right now, he is going to be the only one that can do that. He's going to help you push those guild boss scores, get you better rewards. He's going to be well worth the investment, in my opinion. I'm going to be going for him. I think you should too. Tune into my full kit breakdown when I do release that in the next day or two. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please do like and subscribe if you do enjoy my content. I'll catch you all next time.